Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion of the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrological aspects. Here, I'll discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, and then I'll play another card that, given the context of the day's astrology, may give us something more to think about. So, let's get into it. The card that currently sits on the side of the page is the Five of Cups. And it sits here because it correlates in astrology with the first 10 days or the first decan of the sun's transit here in the land of Scorpio. So Scorpio is a water sign, and cups in tarot are water element symbolism. Water element symbolism is very much about emotion and, the sensations that come in around emotion, physical sensations, and, the way it makes us feel, literally, and then also, the information or the questions that come up around our emotions as well. So, we come to the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups here is a sort of state of mourning or at least deep disappointment. Okay, there's been a loss. We see that these three cups sort of laying on their side. There's wine and water spilled around them. And it just seems as though, we made an emotional investment, we gave our love, we gave our pride, we gave some sort of our, energy and spirit to a person, place, or thing. And somehow that investment that we made, the emotional investment we made got lost, okay? It just got spilled. And it might not be really anybody's fault even. It may have been accidental, but now there's just nothing there to give anymore, right? And no one there to share it with, okay? So, appropriate to mourn the loss when we have, given our hearts to a person, place, or thing, right? But also appropriate eventually to shift our perspective and realize that life goes on and we are alive in the world. So we have always more emotional investment to give to the right situations. And, we have more places to go and more opportunities to be ourselves and to bring the love and joy and light in people's lives that we want to bring, right? So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this card. We got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I like this card. Nine of Pentacles. Well, now, isn't this a comfortable position to be in? Pentacles is about our health, wealth, and our finances. It often points to like our money and our sense of financial security in the world. And, the Nine of Pentacles really just shows like a person who has put in the labor and the love and, the wisdom to grow their own garden. And you can say that, literally or allegorically, you've put a lot of effort and time and good faith energy to growing this thing that will eventually have value for you, and now you're there. It's ripe. Those tomatoes are ripe. Those pentacles are ripe. The carrots were ready to come up. Everything is ready to be. Everything is ready enough to have a value for us. Right? There's no more waiting. So this is a point where we get to just kind of enjoy the fruits of our labor. Hang out in our garden, hang out in the thing that we built around us, and enjoy the good things that come as a result of the labor and the wisdom and the love that we put into it. And there's always a bird in this picture, often a bird in this picture, and it really points, I think, to the sense of innate wisdom that comes with our ability to grow something into a thing of value like this. When you're, for example, growing plants, there's a wisdom that comes with it. There's a conversation you kind of have with yourself about the plants, with the plants, you observe them, you see, oh, they're dry, they need water, or oh, something else is happening and they need this. We need more sunshine, they're getting pale, that kind of thing. So, it takes a lot of learning and it takes a lot of trying different things sometimes. But then when you get your system right and you apply the wisdom that you've gained, that's a really natural thing for us to be able to do. And it's something we can do even though we are animals in the world, just like a bird, right? We can do it using our intuitive senses. We don't really have to know very much to be able to grow tomatoes. We just have to have a tomato plant and the resources to take care of it, right? So here we are, we've grown in wisdom, and we can enjoy the profits of our labor, enjoy the fruits of our labor. That's a very Saturn kind of vibe for me. And I see Saturn down here as usual, as of late, in Aquarius, and Saturn in Aquarius is doing a number of things. Actually, it's sextile to Chiron. It's been sextile to Chiron for a little while, saying that, we find stability in our efforts to heal, and we find stability we didn't know that we had in our efforts to, break down those defenses we put up now that we are healed. And then Saturn in Aquarius here is also square with Uranus, and Uranus has been in Taurus, more earth vibes, right? More pentacles vibes, really messing with our supply chain, really messing with our ability to get the things we like, in a reliable way, messing with our ability to, just be able to rely on certain especially material resources lately. And then, there's a square there. So there's a little bit of a challenge, right? There's a little bit of a, it's not negative. It's meant to remind us, right? Like, why is it that, that we need these resources to be reliable? We're thinking about that, right? In this square, but we're also thinking about, how it's not just about us, it's about our community. So, we need to be able to work this problem out, and we have this reminder, like, this is why we're trying to work this problem out. It's not just because it's, me who's having trouble getting my needs met, but it's lots of people, okay? It's the collective. We're all having trouble getting our needs met in one way or another at this time, and or many of us are, at least. So, we're struggling with that. We're facing that challenge at this time. And then Saturn has also been trine with Mars for some time now, and I think we'll be trying with Mars for another couple of weeks. Mars is about to go retrograde tomorrow, right? So Mars trine to Saturn, though, Mars and Saturn work really good together. They're buddies, okay? And this is really about work. It's like initiative and labor, right? Initiative and security. So, our initiative is about our sense of security in the world, our sense of stability in the world, and our efforts at this time are just trine. They're just beautiful and blessed. We have the sacred opportunity at this time to get some work done. And with Mars going retrograde tomorrow, part of the work is going to be sort of re-envisioning how we work, okay? Re-envisioning how we put our body into things, our labor into things, how we put our pentacles, our money into things, how we are invested, and what we take initiative on. Okay, and then the Five of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, I do see the Nine of Pentacles sort of looking off this way to the future, while the Five of Cups is still sort of looking off this way to the past, and specifically down at the subject of their loss, right? So, there might be a message in here somewhere about the difference between, what you have when you look to the past and what you have when you look to the future, especially if you're going to focus on past hurts. I don't think this person in the Nine of Pentacles card has never known the pain of a Five of Cups. This is a person who has some experience under their belt, this is how they're able to get this value out of the, like sort of wring this value out of the very earth, right? Is through experience and also through loss. You can you can start many gardens. I'm sure some of us have some experience with that. You can start many gardens in your lifetime, but you really have to stick with it, and you have to use your experience, and you have to use your like your time and attention. Really has to go into making something like this blossom, and your time and attention can't go into that when you're focusing on a loss. Okay, you can. This is a great way, like building a garden, giving a garden all of your time and attention. And I'm saying a garden, but like a business, a plan to a plan to be able to do a certain kind of job, or a plan to work until to work on your finances, say, until you can buy a home, or get that special thing for yourself, or get yourself set up in that special way that you want to be, right? That kind of work is a great, not necessarily even distraction, but it helps us heal from the sense of loss, right? It helps us look forward to something rather than looking back on something, and it helps us gain confidence in our ability to create, to get value out of life, regardless of who's going to be there with us, okay? Regardless of what we may have lost in the past. Those past losses don't mean that everything is lost. It just means that we've got work to do. And if we get to work, sometimes we can heal that sense of loss just by, finding a little bit more out about ourselves, and finding a little bit more out about how, we create value for ourselves in this life. Very nicely done, Tarot. Thank you very much. I think that's all I've got to say about it. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate your presence. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.